Hey my viewers, and welcome back to my channel as we continue. My segment today is going to cover a forgotten story about an allegiance of gamers that had come together to serve one specific purpose for War for Cybertron on the PlayStation 3 after the potential server crash. And that was to rid the servers of all of the potential glitchers, hackers, and cheaters once and for all in order to try and root them all out. Because if the overall higher-ups in the gaming world will only temporarily stop them and stop their accounts, we took it upon ourselves in order to make sure we come together continually in order to crush these people. That way they know, hey, get out of here. There's no glitching allowed here. Play normally and get good, otherwise get the fuck off. The group of gamers that I'm about to showcase here today is a number of them are all higher ups with the exception of 2 or 3 of them. The group of gamers in question encompass BoltsandBrains, JacobtheUsher, myself, Rodimus, Kingzilla Prime, Edjo, Shopping for Stuff, and I believe Bhaggerty. The 7 of us, possible 8, I believe there was another one, I can't recollect at this time. The point of all of us coming together was for the common goal of stopping glitchers. And at that point, the king of glitchers, Chris Ratchet II. Bolts knows him personally because they used to be friends before something, I guess, possibly happened between those two that led them go their separate ways, and it leads into another story that I know not of. That story is before my time. The 7 of us came together for one purpose after all of us had enough of dealing with glitchers and people that selectively cheat during the battle all the time, spam. Everybody crowds around them, they win, then they have a problem with it because they get dicked over by those glitchers also, just so they can get ahead or so they can hack. All in which is encompassed in this game's unstable mechanics. The call came in, the group's origins all came from this one specific night. I remember this night very clearly. It was around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. I was with Jacob on War for Cybertron after we just got done fighting Love to Punish, and I believe the Glyphna Prime, or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but it was some type of hacker. He got the call, the rendezvous with BoltsandBrains, since he knew Bolts personally. I didn't know him at that time. Bolts sent me a friend request and sent me an invite also to join his group that night. I didn't know Bolts personally then, like I know him now, and it was a really big honor to meet him for the first time in person as opposed to being his enemy and constantly getting my ass crushed by him. So I got a chance to meet him. I got a chance to meet the others, all in which I knew all their names because when I was looking at leaderboards half the time, like I'm doing right now, I noticed all these names that are in the top 10 on leaderboards. And so they all know each other somehow. It's like, okay, this is pretty neat right here. And then we had the overall chat called the Freedom Fighters, F.F.A. All of us entered in the chat. All of them pretty much do Call of Duty except for me. The point of us all coming together was that all of us excel very greatly in team deathmatch or in very critical situations using a lot of different methods, which I can appreciate to some extent that I was taken into consideration in this because I didn't think that Bolts thought I was one of them, but he gave me a lot of good respect, and Edjo gave me a good deal of respect on that one. And so I do offer my thanks, and I'm appreciative that credit was given where credit is due, if there was any to even accumulate. We went into team deathmatch that night in order to meet this huge opposition that was also an opposing team of 6, because on ours was Bolts, Edge, King, myself, Jacob, and I believe shopping for stuff. That was the same night I met Chris Ratchet II for the very first time, and I met all of the notable glitchers that also are on this game, such as Down to Buy, or I guess for the most part, if he plays legit or when he doesn't, Top Player 2674, or the Electric Blues, or I can't remember. There was another one. I can't remember what the name of it was, but there was another one that also was like that. Anywho, we all had this huge showdown on like 3 different maps. They were just totally crushing it. There's like our team was like a whole team of kill whores that were just crushing these glitchers before they even got the ball rolling. Just crushed every last one of them. And Chris Ratchet was the worst of the worst because he pulled out so many different tricks in order to try and keep one-shotting, but it didn't even work half the time. I mean, you only got 2-3 of them at a time, if that. And then Bolts or Edger came right in from behind, silenced that shit head on, and brought it to a stalemate. At the end of the night, it was brought to a decisive conclusion about our whole group of leader classers, or I guess partial spammers, if not full-fledged spammers. I wasn't using a leader, I was using a scout at the time. That had gotten them all to back off. After they got them to back off, Bolts and Jacob came up with the idea of that, this particular group of gamers is actually very, very strong. And so, if the time comes ever again where we should call upon each other, just enter this chat or call upon each other in order to, hey, this guy's got your back. If you really need it, this guy's got your back. And it was very neat. But I got a friend request from him. I didn't get a friend request from Kingzilla or Bhaggerty because those two hate my guts, and I don't particularly like them, nor favor their spamming styles. Edjo, I did get a friend request from eventually, but it wasn't because of that night. It was because of something that would happen later on down the road. Shopping for stuff, I also got a friend request from him. That way I could just chill with him every now and again whenever he's online. Or I just go back and forth with him if I can. Friendly competition, so. The group's overall existence had lasted from the summer of 2015, the start of summer of 2015, to, I want to say, September or October of 2015. The group's existence did not last long because it was, I want to say, probably rained down upon by 2 or 3 different factors. A couple of factors, I would say, probably including the fact that Jacob had wanted to try and name this as a clan, when it's not a clan, it's just a group of gamers that occasionally come together. A clan is something that's generally established as a group of players that are always together. 2 or 3 of them might usually roll together, but no, all 6, 7 of us do not get along whatsoever like that. Because I assure you, Kingzilla, Bhaggerty do not get along with anybody else here. They are in it for the power. They are not in it for the friendship. Or for the meeting of new people, unless it's meeting new people, that way they can kill them. After the group had broken up, all of us had went our separate ways and gone back to doing what we do most. And every now and again, if the situation does call, then we all will come together and heed the call of the freedom fighters of Cybertron, like we all do. We go right into battle, doing what we do.